Thank you very much for listening.
Well, thank you very much. Weddings, bar mitzvahs, and funerals.
Funerals? Can you imagine playing this at a funeral?
Welcome back to Andertons TV. We've got a Danish baby terror and an orange baby terror.
I'm just a Danish terror.
This is
There's
true.
no baby in there anymore.
Here we go. New product, baby terror.
Yes.
I must admit, orange have been around for ever and ever and ever since the
time of oranges,
late 60s, early 70s, I think. Do you know the story of why orange started? You probably do.
I do, but I can't remember it.
It was a chap called...
No, I don't. Tell me, Lee.
Okay, a chap called Cliff Cooper had a shop on Denmark Street, very famous street in London,
Very
where
famous.
all of the guitar stores were back in the day. He wanted to be a Marshall dealer, so legend has it, and Marshall said you can't be a dealer because Rose Morris over the road are the dealer and blah-de-blah. So he went, well, I'll start my own amp brand then.
Yeah. Boom.
Boom. Right?
Boom.
It didn't go too badly, did it?
It didn't go too badly.
I guess if you think about all the most famous orange products ever, I'm going to put it out there. I think kind of like Tiny Terror, where they did the white kind of metal lunchboxy kind of thing, was probably, at least in recent, last decade or two, is the most iconic one for me. Certainly in terms of popularity, sold thousands and thousands of them. And then they did the even smaller one. So you had the Micro Terror and the Dark Terror, which was the sort of a hybrid-y kind of like valve preamp, 20-watt output kind of thing. Very simple, just like 3 controls on the front, kind of angry thing. And this is kind of an evolution of that. Taking the preamp from the Gain Baby, which was that sort of 100-watt sort of...
So many babies.
Pedal plat, a lot of babies. But again, putting it with this very popular, very well-used sort of 20-watt... solid state output.
What does it say on there? Oh, it says like and subscribe, and please hit the notification bell and all that stuff. And Lee always forget to mention that. He goes straight into the video.
Straight in.
Every
time.
I have to say it.
We now have an effects loop on the back, which you never had on the Micro Terror. We have a DI balanced output, which again you never had. Comes with a little bag. Where's my little bag?
Down there, little lunchbox. I thought it was your lunchbox when you came in first. He's got a little...
That's nice. So little carry bag to put it in.
Yeah.
Foot switch is an optional extra, but you probably will need one, and we'll talk about that in a second. And we're running a TC Hall of Fame through the effects loop for reverb, and a mini tube screamer in the front for just a bit of goodness. We'll go back to our normal volume, which I've set a little bit lower. And here we go. Here's some sounds.
It's got the sound, isn't it?
I know it's in a tiny little package, but that is the orange sound for me.
Yeah.
It's that sort of... It's that saturated, kind of quite angry, barky, kind of rock and roll kind of sound.
Angry baby.
There's no clean channel on... Well, there's not like 2 channels, right? There's 2 volume levels that I can switch between. Gain, you're just going to have to find the... I think this is true with all orange amplifiers. Find the sweet spot where it's got some gain, but not too much gain. Roll the volume back if you want clean. Dial it in if you want crunch. Put the tube screamer on if you want... That's how I think. There is a cool little fat mode called Tubby. And then we've just got our normal EQ. Yeah, it's not very politically correct, is it, this one?
But
what we should have called it was
never been.
Morbidly Obese Switch. Yeah. That would be more topical.
And the Ozempic up there.
Yeah, absolutely Ozempic mode.
Ozempic mode. That's
Please
just my
do that
music.
on the next one, orange.
Fat baby, skinny baby.
Will it?
Need a little bit of a treble in there, I think. I actually like it with a bit of treble in it. Yeah.
At low volumes, the Tubby Switch is a bit like a loudness switch on your hi-fi, right? So if you've got it loud, turn the Tubby Switch off, because otherwise it gets too tubby. If you're playing quiet, you can afford to put that little bit of extra fatness in. So here's with it in, and I think that'll work well.
Franz Ferdinand all of a sudden.
That's great. And then, like I say, if we're going to go louder, and again, I can use the switch to go over to a second volume control, I'll turn the Tubby off because it gets a bit flabby, but here we go.
Flabby or Tubby?
Both.
I'm enjoying that.
Man,
That was a good sound, man.
I don't think you could have picked a better guitar. There's a Les Paul Custom Epiphone one, so it's not expensive.
650 quid, dude. 650
Such a good
quid.
choice.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, this isn't really a criticism, more of just like, just how, in my opinion, I think Orange, you should approach Orange as like it's your sort of one-trick pony, but like the best one-trick. But it's a rock and roll, overdriven sound. Volume back for a slightly cleaner sound, all the way in for some rock and roll.
It's the best trick pony.
Yeah, I don't
trick.
really.
This sound is flipping awesome.
Now, okay, let's get real here. We have plugged it into a cabinet that is 3 times the price of the amplifier. Of course, it can drive it. It's fine.
You can do 4x12 as well, could it?
Yeah, but obviously, I appreciate you probably wouldn't spend £200 on an amp and then £600 on a cab or whatever this is. So fair play. If we were using a smaller cab with a cheaper speaker in it, it would be smaller and cheaper sounding.
Yeah. You can have a 110 or 112, or but it's great to have as an extra thing. If you have it, if you go into gig somewhere, they'll always have it. Or rehearsal rooms, they'll all have a cab somewhere like Marshall or something.
I think there's kind of 2 customers for this. Okay.
One has that already. Has the OR 30 or whatever, and then it has this in the bag in case that blows up.
There's the backup amp argument, which I think is valid.
Yeah,
I don't know if it would be, because it's only 20 watts. It may not replace if you've already got like a 50-watt tube amplifier. It's not that kind of volume, right?
It's not 20-watt tube amp either, is it?
No.
There's a difference between 20-watt tube and 20-watt.
It's somebody will have this at home because it just looks cool. Yeah. Find a little cab that goes with it. They do a 112, or in fact, they get actually like 1x8s and stuff. I think in the Orange catalogue, so you can get some smaller, more sort of home-appropriate cabs for this. And like Pete says, as a sort of a backup, I think they're your 2 customers: the home guy and the backup for the main amp guy. But
how loud is it?
Well, I mean, that was pretty much
pretty maximum? Okay, right.
So,
okay.
I mean, I would say...
Is it not gigging then, unless you mic the cab up?
Yeah, I think it's like not rehearsal, quite gigging volume.
Once the drummer starts kicking in the bass player, you're like...
Yeah, might do.
I mean, on a rehearsal room like this size.
It's on a like a 16-volt power supply thing, so...
that's that one.
That's again just because it's so small. There's not enough space inside there to get the transformer inside here. So that's what's in that sort of bit. Like I said, foot switch is an optional extra. It's handy to have because that's the only way you can switch between the 2 volume levels. Yeah, what can I say? I mean,
it's awesome.
It looks great.
Can you go all the way up with the volume?
Classic Orange sound.
Scoop the mix and crank the gain.
Well, that's it. Do you know what? This is one of these joyous videos Taylor can celebrate. There's nothing else to tell you.
Nothing else to tell you.
They're in stock. You can click the link below. You can pick one up from Andertons. They're $1.99.
Yeah. That's it.
It's a great little amplifier.
Absolutely. Go and flick that boom and get one of these. Fantastic.
See you next time. Bye-bye.